The United Nations envoy Kofi Annan has left Syria without brokering a peace deal. He's given President Bashar al-Assad a set of concrete proposals aimed at ending the bloodshed. The ABC's Foreign Affairs editor Peter Cave is in the Middle East, and he says Kofi Annan faces a number of problems in trying to broker a peace deal.
Well, the main problems he faces are the fact that President Bashar al-Assad has said that he's not prepared to negotiate while there are still what he calls terrorists active in the country, and the opposition have said they're not prepared to negotiate while Bashar al-Assad is still in charge. So not much common ground there. As you heard, he said he's delivered a set of concrete proposals. The talks ended some hours ago. Kofi Annan has now flown off to Qatar to confer again with the Arab states that sent him there, and he'll also be talking to the UN. There's no announced plan at this stage to go back in, so it remains to be seen what his optimism is based on.
So it's essentially a wait-and-see process now for these international negotiators.
It is, but as we've seen, while the talks were going on, so was the fighting. Today, probably 34 people have killed, something like 100 were killed on Saturday when those talks were going on. Bashar al-Assad's forces are besieging the town of Idlib in the north near the Turkish border. There was more shelling on Homs today. 3 suburbs that are still occupied by rebel forces were shelled in Homs today, and there was fighting deaths around Damascus itself.
And as we heard, I think it was in the first round of talks between President Assad and Kofi Annan, the Syrian president has his own description, his own view as to who these people are fighting government forces.
He says that they're terrorists. They're there to destabilise the country. That while they're there, those terrorists, and he's linked some of them to various terrorist groups outside the country, including al-Qaeda. He's not able to talk or negotiate.
So really, it's a situation normal on the ground in Syria. I do read somewhere this morning, Peter, that there are going to be renewed attempts in the UN Security Council to force some resolution. But again, there are some key stumbling blocks there too.
Well, the Russian foreign minister was in Cairo over the weekend. He talked to foreign ministers of the Arab League. They tried to persuade him, but in the end they parted without any agreement. Hillary Clinton is apparently going to attempt to persuade the Russian foreign minister to soften his stance before the meeting later today. But again, no sign from the Russians of changing their mind, and the Qatari foreign minister is even pushing again to send in troops. He said that there's genocide going on and that UN and Arab League troops need to be sent in to ensure that any peace that is agreed really happens.